We're on a little trip of discovery today. Something for a bit of fun. And I thought you might like to see this. Got cars coming in. So we are back at, I'll show you, I'll spin the camera in. We are back at Boldor Motorcycles. Come to see Dave, and we're going to come and look at my bike, which is on the bench, my Triumph, which you saw the video during the week. But we're going, and I'm going to show you what we're going to go look at today. But we're going to have a quick look update on my bike. Right, let's go. As you can tell, we've set this up, so we're pretending to do everything. Like Dave's trying to work on my bike, but that is my bike. Yeah. So I had my breakdown catastrophe. So this is the Tiger 90, which we're doing on. So it's all back together, but we're just gonna. We need some fiddling with the electrics, don't we? We've got to work.
There's a bad earth somewhere on it.
Yeah, but it actually looks really good on that bench, Dave. It does look really good. Yeah. But some of you obviously remember Dave, and from a video we did some time ago, and everybody really enjoyed it. 60s, yeah. So, but we're here because you picked up something really interesting, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah.
And I will spin it round so we can have a look, because we didn't really come to look at my bike. Although it's always nice to see my bike on the bench, but we've come to see
your new bike.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Da, da, da. How cool is that? I mean, that's what you call a barn find, isn't it?
That is a proper barn find, yeah.
Yeah. So go through it, Dave. Talk us, what have you actually found? What are we actually looking at?
It's a 1949 5TA Speed Twin.
Yeah.
Sprung up model. It's been sat in the barn since 1961, so it's 63 years it's sat rusting
that's
away.
That's crazy, isn't it? 63. Yeah. And
we pumped the tyres up, and they've actually held for a week so far. So
because we think these are the original tyres, don't we?
I'm not sure if they are. They possibly, but
they're certainly period, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what? I
love the Avon, they're Avon tyres.
Are they like a cross ply?
No,
they look like the old cross ply.
Don't think they had cross plies then.
No.
They hadn't invented rubber tyres. But yeah, it's been standing. But it seems to be about 99.9% original. The only thing that's missing that we can find so far is the headlight unit and the spring off the rear stand. Other than that, it all seems to be complete.
Yeah.
It's obviously not running, but I think it might be partially seized.
We might try and put some petrol in it and see if it can open.
I think the only way you get that to work is by setting lights to it.
Is the battery still charged?
I don't know. I'm going to see if it's still under warranty. But yeah, it's all there.
So it's a 1949 bike.
It's the year that they actually brought this nacelle out. Before that, they had separate headlight shrouds, and this is the advertising of the Triumph nacelle.
Oh, okay.
Triumph Club.
Yeah.
This was the year it came out with the fancy, they used to call it a revometer speedo.
Yeah.
It used to tell you what gears to change it to second, third and top.
The thing when you look at that clock, it just really takes you to the time that this was made, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're so fine.
It's like an aeroplane clock.
Well, it is, isn't it? Because that's what Smiths were making. The same with Jaeger and people like that. They're all making clocks for Spitfires and things, and it's all done in the same way.
It's all Triumph, BSA. All the owners of these were all part of Rover, Jaguar, Daimler, and all that. All the bosses.
Well, it was a point when we were making everything, weren't we?
That's it.
And now we don't make anything at all.
Edward Turner, he's one of the guys that designed it.
So where was it? Where did you find this, Dave?
Just south of Birmingham.
Yeah.
A little tiny village in the Outback. It was I don't know what you call it, a shed or a barn or what, but the door was literally a canvas zip-up sheet.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
And I think it was overtaken by spiders and everything else and mice.
But it was quite close to the road, or it was...
It was right at the side of the road.
Anybody could have just opened it up and looked in there.
Unzipped it and taken it out.
Yeah.
But
we know that it was...
The last tax August 61.
August 61.
Yeah.
I love those old taxes.
Yeah.
That's something you never want to get rid of, isn't it? That isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what.
Perfect, isn't it?
Let's have a look, see if we can see how much the tax disc was.
Oh yeah, what does it say? 4 and threepence. Oh, it's got the price there.
What was that? £1.10, I think it was.
That's a lot, isn't it? Seems like a lot in no, maybe not.
It's a week's wages in 61.
That seems like a lot of money, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, just a lot of money now. But at least we got the original number and attached.
And that's not painted on. That's properly
embossed. That's a press. Yes,
yeah,
it's a number each side, and they rivet them or bolt them in the side of there.
Yeah, because there's interesting things about this was sort of the design bits on this one in particular. The key bit was the sprung hub, wasn't it?
Yeah, that came out in the late.
It was in the 40s.
40s, yeah.
And it's quite a complicated.
When you think the bike was less than £200 and the sprung hub was a £50 optional extra.
Yeah, I did a little bit of research on these, and no, I'm not. I'm gonna have to. I'll put the name of the designer up because he's the guy that designed most of the bikes, wasn't he?
Yeah, Edward Turner.
Because it was. What's his name?
Edward Turner.
That's it. That's the fella. Because these were originally a rigid frame when they first came out, and then
they are a rigid frame, but the wheel came as an option.
Yeah.
So you just took the old solid wheel out, the standard wheel out, and put this in. It's just made up of a load of springs.
Yeah,
inside,
I think there's either 2 springs on the top, one on the bottom, or either way around. And you've got about 2 inches of travel.
Yeah.
But the funny thing, when you think about that,
sideways and up and down.
You think that goes up and down. You think, hang on a minute, how the hell does the wheel carry on going round? But it's just here, isn't it? The actual suspension is just that.
It's the hub.
It's that bit that's moving.
Yeah.
And it's said that they went with that design, even though it wasn't actually that good as a piece of suspension. It was a great bit of design because you could fit it to any of the Triumphs.
Yeah.
You didn't have to change the bike. You just put the wheel on.
That wheel went straight in on the rigid Triumph. In fact, a lot of the Americans used to put these on, but a lot of the guys, bobbers, they took it out and just put a solid one and shook all their fillings out.
Yeah.
But something else we noticed on this one, I don't know whether they put it on as an extra, there's a Lucas competition magneto on it.
I'm sure you said that, yeah.
And I'm sure that's not a standard fitment on these bikes.
Yeah.
Might have been on the Tiger 100, but not on the Speed Twin.
But you can imagine that this probably, this wouldn't have been cheap, would it? When it was new, it was fairly.
About £180, I think they were.
Which was probably the price of a house.
Probably was
at that point.
Yeah.
So you think the people that could afford that could go, I want the competition.
Because the sprung hub competition magneto.
Yeah.
But all the strange part is that all the parts, other than like bodywork, you can virtually get 99% of all the spares for it.
Well, that's the thing about Triumphs, isn't it? Classic Triumphs. You can get all the parts.
Yeah.
You can still get all the bits. But it's like it was just wheeled in there in 1960.
Yeah, just left there.
And someone walked away.
Yeah, just walked off and left it there.
Away from it.
I got a feeling they might have fallen off of it and thought, that's it, I've had enough of this, and just left it there. But even the seat is still.
Yeah, because the earlier ones was a single spring. The normal rigid frame had a sprung seat, didn't it?
Yeah, a single seat, and the dual seat was an optional extra.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that the police had these as well. The police had the single seat.
Yeah,
that was something that they had.
Yeah, and they used to be amaranth red or black, and this one.
Well, you see them all in red, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's nice to see something in a different colour.
Were red, but.
Yeah.
There were black ones, but we've had a look all around it. There's no sign of any red paint anywhere, so it's obviously come from the factory as a black bike.
Yeah. But the cool thing is all the little bits, it's all still here.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like it's just hiding under the dust and the...
Clutch is still working, probably seized.
The cap.
Yeah, so one of these flip-ups, just...
What's the tank like in there?
Blimey, it's clean. Look, there's no rust in there. I can't believe that.
Yeah, it is clean, isn't it?
That's cleaner than the new ones.
See if you can get the light this way. That's really clean. Wow.
No ethanol.
Yeah.
60 years ago, leaded 5-star petrol.
It's still got its rack. The only damage on it, as such, is that it's a bump in the tank, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I don't know what he's hit there, but it's a bit strange. He's dented the tank.
And the
exhaust pipe.
Yeah, that might have been it.
It's just bent the foot peak. So whether he's come off and that's hit a curb or a post or something.
That's got like scratches, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's hit.
It could be a curb or a slab or something. But the
That's
steel's
done that, isn't it? Yeah.
the steel's still pretty good.
I mean, there's always someone in the world that can repair that.
There's a couple of guys. One guy's called the Dent Doctor, and I'm pretty certain. Yeah, that's what he calls himself, and the Dent Nurse, whether that's his wife or something. But, I'll get in
It'd be
touch
nice to
with-
see if you could save it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and save it. It's a shame to get.
Could you get that tank somewhere? Are they available?
The only ones I've seen are in India.
Yeah.
Not too sure about putting an Indian tank on a 75-year-old bike. Well, it's
Yeah.
75 years old now.
Yeah.
This year.
But it's all.
Yeah, everything seems to be there, including all the old spiders.
Yeah, because it was just basically in a damp place. It wasn't getting wet. It was just getting damp, wasn't it? But for 60 odd.
It's 75 years old.
75 years old and it's sat for 60.
Look at the stuff inside there.
I know. I just shut. It's got a few things living in there.
Yeah. Don't want to put my hands in there because they.
So it makes you presume that when he's fallen off this, that's gone.
He's knocked the headlight off.
Yeah, knocked the headlight
but
off.
there's no damage.
But you've
anywhere.
got that. That's an important part.
Yeah,
isn't it?
You can still get these, but it's nice to keep
It's
the
nice to
old
keep
one.
original, isn't it? Yeah. But these, so you can educate them on these days. So the forks on here,
Yep.
there wouldn't be any oil in that.
Yeah.
Or there is oil in it.
Yeah,
it is.
about-
I always thought when you got these sort of shrouded ones, you think that you'd have a spring in there with just greased up spring. but it's not.
There's a spring, but you have oil in there as well.
Okay.
There's normally about a quarter of a pint or something in
Is
there.
it?
Yeah, it's just for the damping.
So you would still get an oil seal in there? There's
Yeah,
a
it's
seal
in this. That unscrews and there's a seal in there.
Yeah. That's amazing, isn't it? That's quite a. You look at the welding on that.
I just had that done.
Oh, you've done that?
Yeah, that cracked across
Oh,
there
okay.
when we tried to get the wheel out. Where it was seized, the brake shoes had actually seized solid to the drum.
Yeah.
So we've got a local guy who's good at this sort of stuff. So he just put some weld across there.
Yeah, and then that's a stand, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the front stand.
So you got the front stand.
Yeah, front stand.
Which was contemporary with, because they must have been using that sort of system for years, because you see that on Harleys and all sorts, didn't you?
Yeah.
They just, because you could prop it up, and it's the same on the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them you would have pedalled to get started on things like the old Harleys and stuff, didn't they? So it allowed you to get the bike off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously not with this, but it's
And
just
to
a
take-
continuation of
so you can get the
just
wheel
keep
out of
doing
the
it,
puncher. But this one, they designed this, so you took the back mudguard right off to take the wheel out. There's I don't know what you do at the side of the road, but they bolt that section, so you'd undo the bolts on the stays, lift the mudguard right off, and then you could take the wheel straight out.
Yeah.
Probably take you half a day with rusty nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
So everything is still
And it's
working
still
on
free,
it.
innit? Yeah.
But even
'Cause
all the both the chain guards are on it.
I noticed there was they used to put a lot of stuff. It's like a fireproof stuff. People think they got some sort of dead cat in there or something, but it's
Probably is a load of dead mice in there, I expect.
but it was just silencer material. I've seen that on cars, early cars.
Yeah, it's like a fiberglass matting.
Yeah. And the other thing I noticed on these that little prong
for the
there, the
bicycle
pump.
pump.
Yeah, they
It's
had
a
a
little
pump
shoe.
fitted.
Yeah.
Be amazing if the pump was still there, wouldn't it?
You can get the pumps, but people are asking £7,500 for a genuine pump.
Yeah.
Everyone just goes up.
Presumably it would have Triumph written on it, wouldn't it, as well, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, it's probably made like everything else, by Raleigh or somebody.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even then, the companies would just make parts. It's like Lucas and everything when they just had a combination of the parts, didn't they? Really?
What do we do with it? Do we restore it, or do we just get it running and leave it like that?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Because this has been the way for a while. And it's saying it only looked this way once.
Yeah.
It'll never go back to this. If it's
You get more interest in a bike like that.
You do.
When it's restored.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's only done, if this is true, which I can't see why it wouldn't be, 13,000 miles.
Yeah.
He went on his last trip and he just did 1 mile on his trip.
I used to have a little cable in there, so you could turn the trip round. I can't. So many spiders in there.
Yeah. This, we said once that was a button, wasn't it? I've looked on some other ones and it's like a black button.
Yeah,
I don't know what it does.
It used to be a kill button.
Oh, is that what it is? Because presumably then it's not a key start.
No, magneto, just turn the fuel on and kick it.
Yeah, yeah.
And hope.
We must have been very trusting in them days that no one's going to steal your bike.
Well, you have a job stealing this one at the moment.
But so have you gone right sort of through the frame, and the frame all looks all right?
Yeah, I can't see any damage anywhere other than that exhaust pipe. All the frame.
But they were built to last, weren't they?
Well, it's literally. I went through all the books to try and check on it. It looks like it's about November 49, so
Yeah.
it actually makes that 75 years old now.
I think it's absolutely amazing. If you put this into a modern motorbike show, if you'd have taken this up to Birmingham, they wouldn't all been looking. People wouldn't have been looking at Chinese bike. They would all come flock to look at this.
Taking pictures of this bike.
Without doubt.
75 years.
Why are we so fascinated with stuff like this? I just think it's stunning.
It's stuff you couldn't afford when you was a teenager, or bikes you wish you could afford.
Yeah.
And now you've got them. All you've got the choices really is all Chinese or Indian basically.
Yeah.
Even Triumphs have moved to Thailand and India and everywhere else.
But it's just that there's a fascination of something that's come out of a barn, isn't it? When you see it, and you just want to look at it. Yeah. It's like old cars, and you see like an old Land Rover in a thing, you want to go and sit in it. Because you sort of know that it's done, you don't know what it's been through. But this engine, this is a 500, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a 500. But that's the basis of, went right on for years and years and years, this engine, isn't it?
Well, it's gone right up to, let's have a think, right up to the 70s, mid-70s.
Yeah.
I think went to the Thunderbird, then it was Tiger 110s, TR6s, Bonnevilles.
Yeah.
Which basically is a 650 version of this.
And that's the thing, if you get it right first time, it just
it
works, doesn't it?
Keeps your costs down, tooling costs.
Yeah.
You can use, and so much Triumph stuff is interchangeable. When you think how old this is, and loads of this stuff will fit right through ages, decades.
Yeah. So is this an all-in frame?
No.
It's not, so it's a pump? Or is it in the sump?
No, it's an oil tank on the other side.
Oil tank.
It's got a pump, a twin plunger pump on it.
Yeah.
The all-in frame ones that never were very popular because they're basically BSA frames. Although BSA owned Triumph. Yeah. Nobody likes all-in frame bikes.
No. So all-in frame essentially came after this then, because
early 70s. All-in frame. Yeah.
You always sort of think of all-in frame as early, but it's not, is it? It came.
70s. Yeah.
I think it's actually. It's sort of a nice problem to have. What do you do with it? Do you repair it? Well, not repair it, but you sort of think. I think the sensible money would say, get it running. Try and get it running if you can, but leave it as is.
That's what I'm going to do.
Sort of spiders and all.
No, I'm going to blast them out in a minute. I'm going to take the top off and see why it's not turning over. It's either the clutch or the primary chain seized, so you can't turn it. I've got a feeling it's probably the pistons are probably just stuck in the bore.
Because you've had a look. We've not taken any of the engine apart, but the head bolts were all loose.
Yeah, 4 of the head bolts are loose, so someone's. I don't know why they've undone those for.
Yeah.
Probably thought if undo though it might turn over. But no.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take the head off, I think, and just have a look inside. The last one I had, one of the pistons was seized solid to the bores. We took it out, hung the barrels, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Just with the rings, they rusted their own sleeves.
Yeah. I just think stuff like this, which is still, as you found it, it's just amazing. Yeah. And you wouldn't need to MOT or tax it.
If you tax it, you could do it, tell them it's an old 75 years old, can we have it at the £1.10 tax? Can't see that working.
It's one of the things where you can still actually have a black mudguard, number plate on it, which is really cool. Yeah. Oh, this is so it all seems really complicated, doesn't it? We got all the...
Yeah, it's just loads of stays everywhere. But
yeah.
I mean, the back part of the frame is just bolted on at the top and the bottom, so that section can come off. A lot of people put a solid back on it. And just no bolts, just weld everything up to make it completely solid. Yeah. But if you've ever ridden one, it's obviously someone with no teeth, or they won't have anywhere they finish riding it.
I suppose you could actually put a sprung seat on there if you wanted to. It's just a standard fitting, isn't it? It's not.
You unbolt this seat, and the springs go onto there, and then you've got your single seat.
Yeah. What was the horsepower on one of these then?
Christ, about 30 brake. Oh, on this one probably about 27, 28 horsepower. Well, a lot.
Okay, but it was quite quick for the day though, wasn't it? The speed.
I've got the road test of this, and the fastest one way I think was 88 mile an hour.
It's fast enough, isn't it?
75 years ago, I should think that's probably one of the fastest things on the road.
There was somebody reading somewhere about the sprung hub with this, and there was somebody else within Triumph, or somebody, they had it at Brooklands, I think, and he said at speed it was lethal, or it just wasn't safe, because the swinging arm was coming in then.
Yeah.
There was, and it was already sort of there, and this became obsolete quite quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, the swinging arm came in about 1954.
Yeah.
But,
and it was such a, a simple design.
When I was 16, one of my friends bought one of these with a double adult sidecar on it. And we took the sidecar off, and we went off riding on the back of it. I'm not kidding. We was laughing so much the bike was just going everywhere, going up through Dorking, through all the back roads. And the bike was not only going up and down, it was going sideways.
I was just about to say, would it go a little bit sideways?
We'd left the sidecar tyre on it, which didn't help. But yeah, it was great fun, but it's a comfortable bike. Went out to the Isle of Wight and was around there for a week. But yeah, it brings back memories and stuff like that.
Because was it very advanced for its time when this came out?
Yeah.
Because we're companies like, obviously you still had BSA, were Brough still going then, or Brough finished at that point?
No, they'd finished. Brough were going when this was going, I think.
Yeah.
But, most of Vincent's and Brough's all that by the mid-50s, those all completely finished.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's absolutely amazing. In fact, the tyres don't actually look perished, do they?
No, they probably are.
They probably are, yeah. They probably go down the road.
I can't believe the inner tubes just pumped up straight away and they stayed like it.
Yeah, it's just one of those quirks, isn't it? That however it's been stored, whether the rubber survived. But then you could probably find that this is probably proper rubber, isn't it? It's like, it's real rubber,
Yeah. I can't see a Chinese bike line that's lasted 75 years. You get it all in a bowl, wouldn't you?
Oh, don't go into the thing with Chinese bike.
Do you want to go outside and see what it looks like outside?
Yeah, we'll wheel it out and we'll put it in the sunlight.
See what it looks like in real time. This will be the first time it's actually wheeled out.
Wheeled out in the daylight.
For.
So there's your
60 years.
Your rear stand.
Yeah, just flip it up onto there till the spring turns up.
Yeah, we got a nice modern.
Yeah, this is a modern. Will you hold it up?
Yeah, it's that.
Modern centre stand.
I just think it's a testament to the British engineering that it doesn't even make a noise, does it? It's quiet.
No,
it's a wheel.
That's me groaning.
Even the suspension went up and down then. Huh? Even the suspension went up and down properly then. Yeah. It's like new, isn't it? I like the. I hadn't realised, I didn't seen that. You got the Triumph on there.
Yeah, you can still get those transfers.
Yeah. Well, you can print these. You can do this yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I did try to do. I know you.
A later backlight as well in 1949. They had a little round backlight. This is a couple of years after, so he's obviously put that on the better lighting.
Yeah. I like the number plate, NRA 682.
Yeah, I'd like to find out where that actually came from. What county?
Yeah.
Mine's probably on the text disc.
Yeah, you got to say, wouldn't it?
You can read it.
I don't know where my eyes.
Can you see it?
Licensed.
Normally stamps in there, isn't it, somewhere?
Not been a lot of something that sort of disappeared, isn't it? You can certainly find it.
Yeah.
Certainly find it.
The spiders,
Like, you got Birmingham spiders on it. Do you think they know where they are?
They probably lost now. This is homing spiders. Got a long walk though.
I just realised we're in. So I'll get it from that. Yeah, shadow. It's just got that great. It's just of its period, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing out of place. The actual length, the height, and all the rest of it. It's as you would expect from that period. It's absolutely perfect. You get your little flat cap, Dave, some goggles.
Yeah.
So what's your gut telling you you're going to try and do to it?
Get it running first.
Yeah.
Get a bit of a clean up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you said. It's only like that once, isn't it?
Yeah.
Paint it, it's just like every other bike then.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you get it.
answers in a
Answers on a postcard.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah. So any of the viewers, tell us what you think, and I'll pass all the information. Well, they can read it on the episode of what you think should happen to it.
we'll just get it running.
I think it'd be, if it was running, I think it'd be fantastic. Do you know, it's the sort of thing that, you know, if you had like a Triumph dealership, would have it on view, it'll just drag people into their shop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
you know, it's not really going to deteriorate any more than it is now, is it? As such.
It is an antique now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not. I mean, it's not like the Mary Rose when you take it out of the water and it just falls to pieces. It's just gonna, you know. But you've always got the option to one day just to restore it. But there's so many restored ones. They're all the ones you see are all nice and new and lovely. And it's like I said before, you know, you go to some of the museums where the bikes are all pristine and like new, which wears a bit thin on me. And it's like you go to Brooklands and you see the bikes there, which are all being used still, and they're all rotten, and they've all got trays underneath to catch all the oil that's falling out of them. Yeah. And they're just more interesting, aren't they? Yeah. They're just more interesting. But we'll keep following what you do. If you get it going, we'll film it again.
Find out why it's not running first.
Yeah.
Try and get it running.
Yeah. So it's
watch this space.
Watch this space. So the 19.
It probably outlived me. I was 2 when that was built.
That's crazy, isn't it? And when we weren't long out the war.
Well, no, that finished 45. So
yeah, we're only four years, and
many people could probably afford it after the war. Probably still trying to save up to rebuild their houses.
That's right. Yeah. It's just incredible, isn't it? When you look at all the little cables and things. This is one of those things where you could just keep looking and looking and looking, isn't it? Yeah. And just finding all the bees. Amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Even this stuff, it's, you know, even though it's all cracked, it doesn't matter. It's the original thing. It's the one that's fitted to it.
I've got a pair of these.
Oh, you can't take them off, Dave.
Oh no, I've just
got
a pair of those. I've just given a pair of these badges away.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never use them. No.
I expect even the chains. Yeah, the chain's all right, isn't it?
It's got a top chain guard and a bottom chain guard, and that's still on there as well.
Yeah. Right, we will watch with interest the progress of the 1949 Speed Twin, or it's the
modern
T5. Is they call it the T5? 5T. 5T, isn't it? Yeah.
5T was the 500, 6T was the 600.
Yeah. Cool. Right. There we are. Right, we shall watch with interest. Brilliant. Right, we shall sign off. Thanks for showing us the bike, Dave.
That's all right, pleasure.
And I shall put something together for everybody. I think people will enjoy looking at this. As soon as I saw it when I came in the other day, I thought, oh yeah, we'll film this, and we got it.